Yeah, they're wishy-washy, you know what I mean? Just like if they called me up tomorrow and said, hey, we changed the status of good, what does that really mean?
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got PeeWee. What's up, PeeWee?
What's up, Billy?
I'm doing great. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.
See him count all that money back there.
yeah, you remember the days, right?
Yeah.
So one thing I want to talk to you about is you were offered a role on Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. Well, DL is one of the members. He was from Oakland. And me and him were real close at the time. He invited me up to the set. So me and this tattoo artist that I knew from Vegas, he was a member. We took a ride out there in his truck. And we got to the set right there where you seen him in the lot right there. We pulled in that lot, and the clubhouse was inside and everything like that. And we walked in there, we walked around, and we checked it out, you know. And I was sitting at that table that they had. It looked like it was all wood carved, but it was all made of plastic, you know. I was just looking around. I seen some of the actors. We just nodded our heads kind of to each other, and then Kurt Sutter came in there, and he's like, "Oh man, I would love to have you on the show." And he said, "Man, you're the real deal," you know. He says, "You want to do it?" He said, "Man, I'll take care of you and all this stuff." And I said, "Man, I can't do it right now because I was going through a criminal case, you know, myself." And you know yourself, Billy, if you're, even if I was on that TV show, people watching it believe what they see.
Yeah.
And I thought, man, if I'm on that TV show, we're running around counting money, guns, drugs, that's in there. It's installed in their heads. I couldn't take a chance of a juror or somebody because I was taking it right all the way. You know, I was fighting it all the way. And I just thought my chances would be screwed if I had one person on that jury see me on that show and then say, "Oh, yeah, that's that guy, you know, that was on that other biker show." And they believe that crap. So
yeah,
I declined, and I told him, "Hey, listen, if I win my case and I'm free, I'll come back and I'll seriously think about it." But I got to be honest with you, I did not really watch it. You know, I didn't watch it. I wasn't like a diehard, "Oh God, I gotta, you know, record a series." And so
you were living it.
Yeah, I was living it, man. That was like, you know, watching some of the episodes that I did see of it. Whew, it was so far fetched, you know. I mean, these guys riding around, shooting people on the motorcycles, blasting away everything they did on the bikes with their patches on and stuff. And I don't know, it just wasn't really the way we did things, you know. But it was a TV show, and that's what it was, you know.
Do you think it kind of hurt the reputation of motorcycle clubs with a show like this?
No, I think, seriously, I think it encouraged people, you know. I mean, look how many idiots you've seen riding around with the Sons of Anarchy shirts on everywhere. Man, it was crazy, you know. So I think a lot of people got into it. I don't know if they got into that other show, the Mayans, whatever it was. That's another one I didn't really watch it. I think that some of the characters that played in there, like I didn't get to meet all of them, you know. DL took me over to Charlie's trailer, and I got to meet Charlie, the guy who played Jax, and I got to play. That's my boy right there.
Yeah, so you had your patch on when you went there.
No, actually, I had a T-shirt on. That picture taken right there with Charlie was in Cave Creek, Arizona. We were at a party, and Sonny and everybody from Cave Creek was there, and Charlie was there, and Kurt Sutter was there, and the Mexican kid with the tattoo on the side of his head that plays on the show. I don't know his name offhand. And Katie Segal, she was there. Really, I said hi to Kurt, shook his hand, and then I just went over and sat down by a bunch of Hell's Angels. We were just sitting there. Everybody was going up to Charlie, taking pictures with them, and they go, "Hey, Pee-wee, aren't you going to go over there and take a picture with Jax?" And I said, "Nah, not because I thought I was too cool for school, but man, I hate to say this, but in the popularity thing, man, everywhere I went because of my size and because I was a Hell's Angel, people constantly want their pictures with me. And it would never fail, Billy, every time in Sturgis, one person would come up, "Hey, man, do you mind taking a picture with my wife?" And the husband wants to take the picture. So I'll put my arm around her. He'll take the picture. By the time I take my arm off of her from around her back, there's already 5, 6 more people lined up. Hey, can I get one? All right. I never wanted to be that dickhead, man, that said, "No, beat it." That wasn't me, bro.
Yeah.
So, okay, I put my arm around, do another one. Next thing I look, man, I got like 20, 30 people. I'm like, this is too much.
Yeah.
And the funny part is, somebody said to me, one of the members, and it's not always about the money, so it wasn't about no money for me. I don't know why I felt like kind of an asshole after I did it. But one of the members said, "Why don't you start charging these people for photos, man? And then, you can start making some money." And it wasn't really in me. And that's why I said I feel like an asshole about doing it. I thought, okay, I'll just shoot it out there because I really was getting burnt out on taking pictures. I can't tell you the hundreds of pictures I took. And I said to this guy, he said, "Hey, do you mind if I get a picture with you?" And I said, "Yeah, man." I says, "Just throw me a couple bucks." I didn't even put a price on it. I said, "Just throw me a couple bucks. We'll take a picture, man." And it wasn't about the money, even with the people. So here's what he says: "I'll buy you a drink." I'm not really a big drinker,
Yeah.
So I knew what the guys at the table were drinking. So I just ordered a drink, and these guys were drinking for free till after about 20 drinks were on the table, and all the ice was melting in the glasses, and the whole table was wet. The drinks were the ice cubes melted in it. They're all diluted. It probably would have been a couple $100 in my pocket, but people more or less want to just buy me a drink to get that photo. And if I'm lying, I'm dying, bro, and you probably have seen it. People post constantly on Facebook, on Instagram, that photo of me and that blonde-haired girl. That thing was 25 years ago. And that was in Spokane, Washington. Her husband walked up to me and said, "Can I take a photo of you and my wife?" I put my arm around her. I get, "Hey, man, I saw a picture of you and your ex-wife on the internet." That's not my ex-wife. I don't even know her name. I took a picture with a young lady, and that was it. And I also seen it on, trying to think, on YouTube, what Hell's Angels expect of their women. And they use me and her. It's like,
so they're putting it out of context.
Yeah, it's funny, they put all this all this hate out there. "Oh, Pee-wee was a rat and shit." Then we find out that I wasn't a rat, and I never did rat on anybody. They never said, "Hey, sorry for calling you a rat" or anything. But now now you see on Facebook and everything with Rick, and Rick does his homework. He really does, man. So he put it out there, Sonny ratted and testified. But that's water over the dam, bro. I mean, I already told you about the time, the other member from Canada testified on me. And everybody's got that quick, Pee-wee did this, Pee-wee did that. But tell you one thing Pee-wee didn't do is ever take the stand.
Yeah, yeah.
Testify or give anybody's name up, I'll tell you what, that's what PeeWee did. I just stuck to the basics, took care of business, and ran my charter.
And you don't know who's in these pictures. They could be someone who cooperated. It could be law enforcement.
Right?
Have you ever seen anyone get in trouble because of pictures?
Yeah. Well, I think it. I'm not for sure. This is just a little, a little gossip here and there. I hear from people telling me shit. Just like when they, after 20 years of Chuck Zito being out of the club, they put him out bad for something I guess they told him not to do. Now, this is where I say the hearsay. They told, from what I heard, they told him, hey, don't do this. What it is, I don't know if it was a documentary, a clip he did. I don't know. I really don't. I don't really give a shit.
Someone commented and said, ha, PeeWee is going to be upset that Chuck Zito's not out bad now. I just seen that comment.
Yeah, because I really don't care. You know what I mean? If he's out bad or good, I don't talk to him either way. He lives his life, I live mine, but he's got them up his ass, and that's what he likes. So I'm sure when they put him out bad, like I said, he was looking someplace to string a rope up over the, rafters. And so, but now he's good again, so he should be all tiptoeing through the tulips, running around being happy.
But why would you want to be involved with something? They put you out bad, and then they take you back. Why would you even want to be around people like that? Is my question.
They're wishy-washy, you know what I mean? Just like if they called me up tomorrow and said, hey, we changed your status to good, what does that really mean? Don't mean shit. Doesn't mean that they're going to invite me to the clubhouse for a drink or anything, because that don't happen, Staxx. They don't. I've said this before on other interviews. They don't ever invite members who leave in good. Like if you left in good, and hey, Billy, man, why don't you stop down once in a while, man? Don't be such a stranger, Stop down, have a drink with us, or stop by and say hi.
They do it with Chuck Zito because he has a big following, reputation, and so
I don't think they do, Billy. I think he imposes himself on them. He's the one that goes looking where they're at, and he tries to be a part of that every chance he gets. I don't see any of them calling him up. Hey, come hang out with us, man. Yeah. No, I really don't. I really don't.
I want to ask you about patches. People getting their patch taken either from another club or the police. What's the protocol? And have you seen this before where someone has gotten their patch taken from someone else?